What's up, guys? My name is Khan, and we're back today with more Scrap Mechanic, and today I've brought Kosmo, and we're going to do an epic challenge. How's it going, Kosmo? How are you doing today?
Hello, just hanging upside down in a
toilet
seat.
Well, this is a piston engine,
Oh,
you can
geez.
see. It's a piston, it's a piston toilet for assisted pooping.
Very good.
But today we're going to do the piston engine horsepower challenge. We're going to make piston engines. We're each going to make an engine.
Very good.
How you feeling about this? You made a piston engine before?
I've never made a piston engine once in my life.
Okay, well, you can keep the demo startup unit in case you need some reference. It's really simple. What we're going to do is we're going to make 4-cylinder piston engines. So you need 4 driving pistons. Now, you can have more pistons if you want, but you can only use 4 to actually drive the motion of the rotation. And then we're going to hook them up into a dyno that actually measures torque and horsepower and RPMs. And we're going to do 4 or 5 tests and average them out for each person. And whoever has the highest base horsepower is the winner. If you wanted to be a real crazy man, this is a 4-piston radial. This is a 4-piston radial that is only 4 driving pistons. But
it's a little unbalanced there, bro.
Yeah, it needs a flyweight. The encoder wheel isn't really balanced, so it kind of just vibrates. But it's a radial, whatever. It's fine.
Right. That's fine, yeah.
Anyway, good luck. We'll try and build quickly. I mean, try and build, maybe within 15, 30 minutes, whatever you want to do. But, take your time. And obviously, you have to get it to rotate. And, if you need some help, let me know, and I can come give you some pointers on things. But your essential mechanism, I mean, the thing you got to remember in Scrap Mechanic is this is pretty much, if you look at how this is built, right? See how everything's built vertically? That's kind of the big key. And then you use, of course, controllers to rotate the different sections of the drive shaft to the appropriate positions, right? So you'll figure it out. You'll be fine. I'm going to go build somewhere.
All right, let's build.
All right, guys, so what I want to do for this is pretty simple. I'm going to do an inline 4. I'm not going to do a 4-boxer, although I know a 4-boxer is probably going to generate more horsepower. And what I'm going to do is the standard inline 4 I normally do, except I'm going to put a longer crank on it. My thought is that horsepower is generated by 2 different things. One is RPM, and one is the torque you're putting out. And I think if we put just a longer crank, we'll generate more torque, and we can use that additional torque to, to generate a higher horsepower number. So that's my thought. So we're gonna do something like this, and then normally I would go like this, and that would be my crank. But instead, we're going to go down. No, we're gonna do this again. That's right. And then this is gonna go to here, and then this is gonna go like that, and then down 1 additional pipe piece, like so, and then we're gonna hit the crank right here, like this, right? And then that I think is going to be, we'll have to save that for the encoder wheel, but that's going to be basically our drive shaft. We can do something like this, do that, there we go. Right, and then we'll rotate the next piece out of the way, and then just repeat this each time. And now our crank is this long, and I believe that works, right? Rotates there, the piston should still go through, and now our piston travel distance is going to be like 5. So theoretically, our engine's going to go slower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So our engine's going to go slower, but maybe we'll generate more power just by doing this. I don't know if this is the case or not. Let's try it. We're gonna put 4 in a line, and then we're gonna, of course, put an encoding wheel. And that'll be the end of it. I mean, it's a pretty simple setup. I don't know. Legitimately, Kosmo has never built a piston engine before. But I talked to him about this challenge, and he thought it was a cool idea. And, it's nice to do challenges with the dyno. I really want to do more challenges where we can look at, who can build the best V8 or something, or who could build the strongest boxer engine, things like that. And Kosmo was saying he really did want to get into mechanical systems because he saw some of the videos I did and was really excited about them because he's like, man, that's so cool. And he's never really done that kind of thing in Scrap Mechanic before. So, of course, make sure you guys check out Kosmo. Put the link to his channel in the description, or maybe I'll pin a comment. And, go give him all the advice that you've been giving me because I'm sure he's going to need it. There's a lot of things to learn about piston engines and Scrap Mechanic, and even me, these, technically speaking, we could move them all closer together. Say we've got this block here. I know it won't let me place a block here, but we could jam this out of the way with a piston and then place a block there and jam these all together and have them all be closer. There is a way to do that. I'm not too worried about it for this particular challenge. I am going to put a torque lock as well. But yeah, we could, basically what we can do is if we, this is how we do it. This is cool. I have been shown some things I'm not completely incompetent, but essentially if we weld something, we can take our lift so you can jam it out of the way with your lift, and now it's like gone, and right, like I could see that? See, I can just completely remove the block. And now I can actually go if I wanted to and place another one up there, right? Anyway, good stuff. We're not gonna do that today. All right, so far so good. The engine stays intact. Now I want to have a controller, because I'm gonna need a controller to do all the offsets on all the bearings. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4. And of course the first 3 are gonna be all 90-degree offsets from each other. Perfect. Like that. And then we have to somehow... Okay, so I think this... Well, hold on. These need to be color mode, right? So color mode on, color mode on, color mode on, color mode on. Let's start by putting the pistons to the right distance, but low speed, so we can make sure everything is fine from a timing perspective. This one here is just starting its stroke, so this one is that one. Right, and then that means this one is starting its stroke next, so that's that one. This one starts its stroke next, that's that one, and then this one finally starts its stroke like this. Right? It rotates. I didn't put an off switch. Let's just AND gate this thing up. So let's just real quickly put this on a lift. I totally forgot that we have to actually have it shut off. I've never tried doing this before with the lock mechanism, so we'll just leave the shaft off for now. We'll figure that out in a sec. This needs to be a block, and then we gotta put a bearing on that, and then let's put another block next to it. Let's do all these sections with blocks, so I can build a lock off the side of it. It's not great. I don't think it's gonna affect the overall performance though. Like that. We're literally just gonna make this whole shaft out of blocks this time. Yeah, I don't. This might not be a great idea, but I feel like this is, if I knew that, the problem is I don't know what direction I need to go on. It's hard for me to visualize this because I've never done it. Ideally, we'd want this with like small pipes and just a little small pipe coming out that locks onto another small pipe, I think. But let's just repeat this like this. Yeah, that's fine. Do that, weld that to there. All right, perfect. And then this is the last one right there. And then this could be like a normal connector and it would be fine. And then that connects to that. Right, so then we go like this, 2, 3, 4, and now we should have, whoops, the same functionality as we just did, right? That's so cool. I have to like literally build a lock piece that like, if it comes over here and catches that, oh, like I could do, okay, hold on a minute, okay, hold on. So now let's put this back on the lift. Where is that? So that goes there. And then this goes like this, right? And it pushes on a lock piece here, like that. Whoops. I have no idea what this is gonna look like when we put it on the lift. But I think this is, so now if this tries to over torque, it can't. It'll jam that pipe into that pipe, right? But the piston still has enough space to clip through it. So that's generating... That should be generating a lot of torque, right? We could make, I feel like we should scale this up at some point and beat that piston challenge with like a piston that, this is a 5 extension. Like we need to make an engine that's got like a 9 or an 11 and just absolutely destroy the torque curve. But I mean, I think this is a terrible lock, but I think that works. But now the question is, what does it look like here? Oh, it looks fine here. Right, so now I can repeat this method. So I can go like this, and like this, and like this, and like this. And then on the other side, go like that. These do make the shaft uneven in weight. Look at that, and then all the locks engage. That's perfect. Oh, that looks so good. It's smooth. It's smooth, it's clean. I think it's got a little bit of a wobble from the offset weight, but those locks are like, you can see them kind of engaging and disengaging, but when the torque applies, those things are gonna jam together and it's just gonna hammer the torque out. It's good. The bearings are gonna matter here, and this bearing doesn't have any load on it because it's just spinning the encoder. Oh yeah. This is gonna be sick. This is actually gonna be sick. The only spot that we're now losing a little bit of efficiency is obviously from the bearings, the pistons to the bearings there, but I think this is gonna be it. So let's just, yeah, let's just paint this bad boy up. Not gonna do too much crazy paint work on it, but yeah, let's paint this up, and this is gonna be awesome. I don't know how much horsepower this is gonna generate. I think it's gonna be a lot of torque, and I'm pretty sure if we have a lot of torque, we're gonna have a lot of horsepower because, you know, horsepower is RPM and torque combined, right? It's it's how much torque you can apply at specific RPMs. The RPMs on this aren't gonna be as great as an engine with a smaller crank, because obviously if the piston only has to move 2 or 3, it can do that a lot quicker than if it has to move like 5. So the ones with the smaller crank are gonna, generate a little bit more RPM, but I think we're gonna offset that with the amount of torque we generate. So I think this is gonna be perfect. But I'm just gonna finish painting the rest of this, and then bring it over to Kosmo and see what he thinks.
Yo, bro, nice engine. Is this your engine?
This is the old one. Remember the start one? Anyway,
Yo,
I'm gonna show you. This
look
is
at
the dyno. So this thing is sick. It's like a whole scripted thing. So we gotta, of course, weld our engine to the dyno, so we're not, just twisting the engine. So there we go.
Perfect.
And then I like to weld both of them to the ground just to make sure we're not wasting torque on anything. So this one's bad, but we're gonna run it. So let's just turn this guy on.
All right, let's do it.
So you can see if we turn it on, you can look at the top there. We got an average speed, 93, 94 RPM.
Oh man, this is cool.
It's kicking up, right? So max torque, max power. We're going to set it to both of those. It's an interactable screen, by the way. You can just press E when you look at it, and it interacts.
Nice.
It's sick. So we're going to go, it's a 100 RPM motor, apparently, and we're going to torque it. So here we go. We're going to hit the start button, and you'll see on the right there, it's going to draw our torque curves. So there it goes.
Wow, that's so cool.
Right?
That's
so
actually wicked.
This thing makes 6 horsepower at 578 RPM, or 578 Newton meters of torque, 6 horsepower, and the speed at peak power is 92 RPM. That's it.
That's a lot of torque.
Yeah, piston engines are torquey. Do you want to show your engine first? And
no, but sure.
All right, let's see what you got.
All right, I built a V4 piston engine.
Oh my god.
And it works.
Okay, it's kind of got a stutter.
It's definitely got a bit of a misfire somewhere.
I'm surprised you went with a V because like a V. I've actually never made a successful V engine because they're.
No.
I don't think I have. Have I?
I mean, I feel
honestly
like you
don't
could
think
call
I've
this
done it.
successful, and I feel like you could definitely do this, but.
Well, the problem with the V's is the timing is different. They're no longer offset at perfect 90s. You have to.
That's right.
But yeah, you've definitely it spins. So that's good. But look at these two middle pistons. The two middles are in sync.
They're freaking out. Well, I think they should be, right? Well, okay.
No, because your outside's it's two. Yeah, you're right. It's outside, inside, out. Yeah, you have 2 in sync and 2 in sync.
So,
Still,
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
So I made an inline 4.
Okay.
This is what I did.
Whoa, that's cool.
Right?
Whoa,
so
what's with all the weird linkages?
Okay, so here's the thing. Bearings and scrap mechanics suck, and they'll give out. But these linkages, when the shaft rotates into position, they jam against each other to prevent it from slipping on the bearing. So as you execute torque. So the biggest thing I did with this, I don't know why I painted it all black. It's impossible to tell. But you can see my crank arms are 2 blocks long.
Right.
Instead of 1, because that'll generate like maximum torque. And then my sensors are in a fixed position. But you can see I've got this one bearing here right before the encoder wheel. And that lets me rotate my encoder wheel. So right now it's at -45. But you see, I could rotate it to change the timing of my engine to really tune it. Anyway, when you turn on, this is what it does. Look at how smooth that is.
Nice. Very smooth. That's awesome.
So it's not as fast, like RPM-wise. I think yours is going to spin faster, especially because like I've got longer cranks, right? So because the cranks are longer, it's going to take slower. Like it's going to be slower per revolution. But horsepower is not just RPM, it's a combination of RPM and torque. So I think with this, I'm going to get a lot of torque because those lock pieces are going to prevent it from slipping. It's going to just jam the torque value through the roof. I don't know.
Well, see, that's why I went with a shorter stroke because I was like, I want more RPM.
You want RPM,
for one.
Right?
Yeah, that's right. And then, well, the torque basically I figured would come from having 2 of them activating at once. But I don't know. We'll see.
All right. So the only thing you didn't put on yours is an output shaft.
An output shaft. That's right. Well, okay. Yeah, we can probably do it on this end.
Let's do like 3 measurements, and then average them because like it's not always perfectly consistent, right?
Makes sense.
So fire your engine up. I don't know how it turns on. Okay.
She's firing.
All right, look at your RPM, dude. You're pushing 200 plus.
Oh man.
You're up at 210. Dude,
Crazy.
what's the current RPM? It's gonna be jumping all over the place. Look at the current speed.
278 I saw. Oh geez, it's
and
like
then it drops to
what?
8. There's your skip. You see your skip coming up? It's like 300 skip. 6. It skipped again. You're just driving down the highway that it's anyway, the max torque, max power. Let's set this to speed of P. Okay, so just scroll over the start and press E and then it should Oh, you're getting horsepower.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh. Oh my goodness.
It's there. Oh, is it there? It's gonna jam.
And it's jamming.
Wow, 2,371 newton meters of torque, 30
that's
horsepower.
a lot of freaking torque.
24. And so the torque's going to keep going up because basically what it's doing is it's applying more and more load to this, but
Right.
because scrap mechanic physics, the pistons are still going to like they're slowly jamming through it. So that's
right.
it's a nonsense. It'll keep going up, but really it was 2,300 something newton meters of torque at 117 RPM, 30 horsepower. That's impressive.
Totally like jamming right now. It's
Yeah,
hilarious.
it's just free. It's fine. We can just that's so good. 30 horsepower. That's impressive,
And we're off
dude.
again.
I don't. That's a lot. And 2,300 torque. Like what the heck?
That's a lot of freaking torque.
Yeah. Well, the thing is too, you have 2 pistons always active. I only have 1,
Right.
but mine are. I don't know. This is an interesting test here. You're still getting that 200 RPM average.
Should we? Okay.
No, it's good. It'll climb. There it goes. 30.
Interesting.
That's the average power though. We got to look at peak power, right? Max power,
Right.
max torque. 30 horsepower, 2,500
Again,
newton
wow.
meters.
Hey man, consistency.
It's consistent. Wow, 30 horsepower. 160 RPM at peak horsepower. That's so cool. Final check, 30-30.
All right, let's do this.
I'm going to bet it's going to be 30. What do you
I'm
wanna...
gonna bet it's gonna be 30 as well.
It's going to be close to 30.
Okay. I've got a bit of an input lag here, but that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, you should be okay. It's running. It's fine. It looks good.
It's definitely running.
I mean, we're dealing with
All right.
piston engines, so yeah, the multiplayer might be
Start.
a little...
How do we switch to
Current power? Press E.
Okay, there we go.
Dude, look at it. It hit 88 horsepower for a second there.
37 current power.
Oh my god, and it literally ends at max horsepower 30
Yep, just settles at 30
with a max torque of 2682. That's hilarious.
Oh no.
And what's the speed at peak power? 115 RPM. Dude, it's really consistent. 115 RPM. Look at the torque curve on this though. I mean, this is the pistons at the end there freaking out, so you have the like jam.
Yeah, they're exactly.
But like your torque
Got a
curve,
bit
look
of a
at that.
break
At
up.
peak power, you have 1 point of just like absolute.
Crazy.
That's amazing. 30 horsepower. Wow, you made a 30
All right,
horsepower
yeah,
engine,
that's
dude.
pretty easy to remember.
Let's slap it in your
30,
rabbit.
30, 30.
And then, like,
Oh, yeah, right?
it'll be fine.
Oh man.
All right,
That's
so
cool.
let's,
Very neat dyno.
Oh, dude, I love it. It's all scripted. It's done with a scripted mod. It's really, really beautiful. I think
No,
it's just...
seriously, whoever did this is a genius.
Oh yeah, it's. I've had the most fun just playing with this dyno recently because you just get to like try different configurations and see what generates more horsepower.
Yeah, well, because
and
it
what
gives
doesn't.
you like actual like analytical data, like you
Right.
know what your changes are being, what they're resulting in. So
Yeah, and even
that's
if they're not
fantastic.
like it's not perfect data, it's still good enough that you can make a change and then.
That's right. Yeah, you still see if it's
See
worse
the
or better
result.
in what aspects.
All right, where's my switch is on the other side. All right, here we go.
Okay,
The RPM is slower.
122.
See, yours was hitting 200s. You were up in the
Right.
200 range, but I'm thinking I'm gonna destroy you with the torque value.
I think so, dude.
That's
I think
my
so.
thought. Is that so? It's not gonna generate a lot of power, but we're gonna destroy
Torque
you
is
with the
over
torque. I don't know.
9,000.
Here we go. Start.
All right.
Look at that torque number
Oh.
just shoot up through the roof.
Dang.
Like go
Oh,
1,000.
man, still going up.
Go.
Dang,
Average
still
horsepower.
going
Yes,
up.
go.
Oh.
Go horsepower. 25. Dude, it's still spinning. It's still
It's
pushing.
Still going. Yeah. Holy
3,000
moly.
newton meters.
Wow.
4,000 newton meters.
That's
Oh, it's
insane.
done. It's done.
It's
it hit
done,
the curve.
yeah.
Look at now. It's
Oh,
stuck.
boy.
All right,
Oh,
what do we
boy.
got? 51 horsepower
Wow,
at
nice.
3,900 newton meters of
Crazy.
torque.
That's insane. That's a thumper, all right.
Oh yeah, 101 RPM. Dude, these are look at the torque. Can you imagine if you went to a dealership and they're like, "Hey man,
That's so much torque.
it's 3,600 hold on.
Hey
let's
man, I
torque-
keep blowing axles. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know
Can
what's
you,
going on, but it's 3,200 pound-feet of torque at 51 horsepower.
Oh my god, amazing.
It's like a diesel. It's like a big diesel.
You literally, yeah.
Literally made of inline 4 diesel. All right.
Just a giant, big single turbo diesel.
Yeah. All right, let's try it again. I mean, 51
All right,
horsepower.
yeah.
Let's see if
Let's
we
see
can
how
do the same.
consistent it is.
Max torque, max power. You know, let's just do current power, current torque, current speed. There we go.
All right. Off
Dude,
it
that's
goes.
insane.
That's
Look
awesome.
at the torque curve just up. It's just like, oh, you can
Yeah,
just keep.
it's just like immediately up.
Yeah.
Wow.
3,000 newton
Oh,
meters.
what? Ooh.
4,000 Newton meters. There, and there's
So how
the
do you
curve.
switch to maximum, like to max power instead of current?
Oh, you just press E looking at the icon.
Oh, okay,
like the
gotcha,
text.
gotcha.
There you go, 103 horsepower, 50 horsepower instead of 51.
Interesting.
3,900 Newton meters of torque. You know what's crazy? A controller is
What?
2,000 Newton meters of torque, apparently.
Huh,
Like, if you
okay.
put a controller and rotate it at 108, like 360 degree loop, it's apparently like 2,000 Newton meters.
That's cool.
An electric engine is 1,000 apparently, like at full, and a gas engine is 7,000.
Oh, 7,000. Okay, I thought you meant like
7,000
7.
Newton meters of torque. I have no idea why it's so high. I think it's because the RPM. No, because the RPM was. I don't know. It's just ridiculous how that works.
Crazy.
I love the torque curves though. I love the fact that it shows you the torque curves.
I did not realize it showed you the curves. That's just crazy.
Yeah, there it goes. Look at that. All right, what do we get? Max power 51 horsepower. Max torque 3,800. I'm
Wow.
right below that 4,000 Newton meters of torque.
I
range.
know. It's crazy.
Speed of peak power 100 RPM. That's awesome. I can't believe that worked. Well, I
Pretty
think
awesome, yeah.
I made the more powerful engine.
I'd say so. The numbers don't lie.
Yeah, the numbers are a little bit. That's so good. So now there's only one final test, bro.
Okay.
My engine technically has more horsepower. So spawn yours,
All right.
and we gotta see if we can. Hopefully, we did this right, and they're both rotating in the same direction. That would be great.
Oh, yeah.
You want to turn yours on first?
Sure. Let me just climb this ladder of engine structure.
Yeah, mine goes that way. Okay. All right. So
there
yours
we
is
go.
spinning everything backwards. You ready?
Yep.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, mine.
Oh my god.
mine
It just
torques-
immediately
torques
overpowers
right
it.
through it. This doesn't even care.
Nope, literally.
But yeah, see the locks, how the locks get jammed together now, and now that's what keeps the bearing from being a
Interesting.
pain in the butt. That was actually a great suggestion from the comments someone made. They're like, if you're making high torque engines, you have to
Yep.
have the locking system, because once you apply the torque, the bearing slips and then the torque gives out, right?
Makes sense.
Bearings apparently slip at like 1,000 or 2,000 Newton meters or something. I don't know. There's all these statistics that the mechanical community of Scrap Mechanic has figured out. It's quite impressive.
Yeah. Very nice.
But today
no,
I
this
think
is cool.
I won.
I think you did, yeah. But I think I'm the ultimate winner because I built my first piston engine.
That's
ever.
true. I'm surprised you went with a V for your first one, dude.
Bro, I had to make it a little bit creative, I was gonna build a boxer, but a boxer seemed like too much effort. Oh my goodness.
Oh well, I can
too
just,
much
here,
effort
let me
for the
just- there we
first
go,
one.
just torque
So
right. Let's do this.
Here we are.
Here we go. Let's just. There we go.
oh my god.
Yeah, look at that. Your engine is weak. You think
Oh,
your engine?
no.
Oh no!
Oh no, spaghetti!
Oh,
Spaghetti! You're turning my engine into spaghetti.
Well, perfect. Let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. I mean, it was an interesting one because my engine didn't really beat yours in terms of RPM performance, although you had that
Right.
skip in the timing. But even then,
did.
I only beat you because the math says with such a high torque number, the RPM is less important and it still generates a higher net horsepower. But,
For sure, yeah.
We both obviously made very torquey engines, not really high on the horsepower values.
Nope.
You were to throw that in your car, it would not go very fast.
Very,
but-
very good tractor engine.
yeah, great tractor engine, exactly. But yeah, let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and check out Kosmo's channel. Links in the description,
Thank
and we'll see y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye.